What's going on YouTube? So in today's video, we are going to be going over how you can score more goals. If you're a striker and you are having a goal scoring drought, or you're just looking for ways to get that extra step above everybody else and score more goals, then you really need to focus on your movement, on the timing of your runs, and the way you position your body. These three things are crucial in order to help you get in positions to score more goals. So this might be you. You might be making the movements to try and get on the ball, but for some reason, the passes aren't getting to you. Your midfielders can't find you. You just seem to never get on the ball. This is a problem as a striker. Sometimes you are making the incorrect movement or the incorrect timing of the movement given the situation. So here is how you can fix it. So now that we have established the problem or some of the problems that you might be having, we need to focus on the solution. Before we focus on the solution, you might be doing this incorrectly because you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do it, you don't understand the space, you don't understand the movement. Two things as a striker: identify where the space is and read body cues from opponents and from your teammates. So if an opponent is stepping out of the space, that is your cue to occupy that space. If your midfielder or your teammate is facing you and has space to progress forward, that is another cue to occupy the space in behind. If your teammate looks like they're in trouble and they're looking for a pass, that is your cue to check into that space and become an available option. Take a look at these next few clips. Right away, we see how this striker gets back onside in order to become an available option for this pass on this breakaway. One very important thing is having that recognition of the space to make those movements. Here you can see how the body positioning of the striker is side on. What this does, it creates a passing lane for the midfielder to potentially play them through. Same thing here, body positioning side on, makes that run on the blind side of the center back into space. Not only does this open up an opportunity to generate an attack for himself, but also for his teammate running into that space. Again, watch how this striker positions their body side on for a potential opening of that passing lane. Even though you don't get played, you are still creating that opportunity or that option for your midfielder. Another very important aspect to be aware of as a striker is that if the ball ever goes out wide, if you play the ball out wide, or if a teammate plays the ball out wide, you need to crash the box. Watch in this clip how this striker makes the diagonal movement, drags out the center back, opens up space for both of his players out on the right hand side, which ultimately leads to a goal. Here, the striker gets a touch out wide, tries to make that run down the line, understands that another teammate gets on the ball, and then right away, the primary objective is to crash the box. Inside the box and the final third is where you, as a striker, will be consistently dangerous. Same thing here, ball gets played out wide, first run, straight into the box, straight down into the final third, and then creates this opportunity. Again, the body positioning side on, notices that his teammate has space, makes that diagonal run into the space behind the center back that has stepped out, which opens up a passing lane for his teammate out wide, but he always maintains his body shape side on just in case he is an option for that midfielder, and then makes a run into the box. Almost scores another goal in this situation again. The midfielder has space. Right away, that striker runs in behind, occupying the space that the fullback left. So just be aware as a striker to be able to read these cues. Notice how everybody presses that wide winger, and then the striker makes that run in behind. These are the cues that you need to look for every time you are playing as a striker. So just to recap, here are the three most important things that you need to look for as a striker in order to score more goals. Number one is your movement. Number 2 is your body positioning. And number 3 is the cues that you will look for from defenders, the opposition, and from your teammates. So how do you know what type of movement to make? Well, you have to pay attention to what is going on in the situation during your match at that given moment. For example, if your center mid has the ball in the midfield third and there's no space in behind, there's only space in the pockets, those are your cues to potentially link up with your players in the midfield. You just check into the pocket of space, become an available option. Chances are you're going to have somebody on your back, and here all you have to do is just play the way you face. Another situation that may occur is something similar where you're starting high, you check into the pocket of space, and you have that little bit of space to turn out wide. And these are the moments where you're going to link up with your wingers or wide midfielders or fullbacks or whoever is out wide. And after this action, you are going to crash the box. Another situation that may occur is you have a midfielder with a little bit of space in front of them and they are dribbling towards you. What that will do is a defender or maybe a fullback will step out to pressure, leaving space in behind. And you as a striker, you need to make that movement or that run to potentially get the ball in those areas. Again, if you do not receive those passes, it doesn't matter. You need to make these movements and you need to read the situation. Lastly, if you are ever on a counterattack, make sure that you open up a passing lane for your teammate in order for you to be an option to get on the ball. That may require you to drift wide, cut inside, whatever the case may be. Just make sure you're running side on and opening up a passing lane. So there you have it. Those are the most important bits of information for you as a striker in order to score more goals in this upcoming season. Just make sure you're consistently looking for these 3 things throughout the matches. Some matches may be harder than others. Some may be easier than others. But the most important thing is that you need to consistently look for all of these things in order for you to have success as a striker throughout the season and throughout every match that you play. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about your position.